フルカウンター
Alright lads, welcome back to the Black Clover Mobile video. Today I want to talk through my free-to-play experience so far with 2 weeks into Black Clover Mobile, and can you actually play the game free-to-play. Now spoiler alert, yes you can, but I will say it is getting a little more challenging with the recent changes, and I think with the consistent banners coming out, you really do have to pick and choose. But I guess it's a good thing, because if I knew what they were going to do, then I probably wouldn't have summoned for Yami because of what they actually did. So alright, let's start with the banners and the characters. Now I think one good thing about the characters is that you don't really see too much in other gacha games, and obviously this is probably only going to be for the start of the game, but the featured characters, what happens when the featured character leaves? Now they did confirm that they're going to go into the general SSR. So for example, right now you can see we just had Yami and Fagolion, and boom, Yami and Fagolion are both in all the banners now. So if you missed them or didn't summon them, then you now have a chance to get them on the other banners. So once obviously Licht and also Fana do leave, and we get Rhea and also Veto probably in 2 weeks time, they're going to be on the banners, so you can probably pull them there. If you watched my channel recently, I spent around 20,000 free-to-play crystals to try and get one copy of Yami. I had to go all the way to Pity to get him, for me to then pull him one multi later on the Lick banners. So yeah, when it comes to characters, if they're not that important, you can definitely skip them and try and get them other banners, because once again, I mean, I pulled once a Lick and got both Fagolion and Yami, who were both the new characters before this banner came out. So that's definitely good. Typical gacha games, they normally like to wait a few weeks or even months before they even get added to the general SSR. So I can easily skip Lick right now, which is what I'm planning to do, because I know he's going to be in the next banner. So rather than chase him now, I can just wait, right? Also, the seasonal banner did leave, but they've now converted it into the actual regular SSR step up. They're probably going to do this for each season. I don't know, every season is going to happen every month. It's because this is the first launch month. We're probably going to get the new season, or season 2, at the end of July, I believe it is. So every few weeks to months even, they're going to rotate between the seasonal characters in the general SSR. And once again, you get a free multi a day, so that's one good thing, right? You never know, people have gone SSRs of it, and you might just pull a seasonal character, which is quite nice. But I guess it doesn't matter too much, because, well, we get one free seasonal character every single time, and that's one good thing the game's done, like, kind of good with. So yeah, with them two combined with the fact that if a banner character does leave, they get added to the general SSR, and also the fact that we're going to be getting a constant influx of free SSRs, and some of them being quite good, obviously. I mean, Yami and Asta being top tier right now, but most are not so much. But the fact that you can guarantee them is generally quite nice, and it's going to go a long way to make the game super free to play. Now, I would say the only bad thing that I experienced 2 weeks ago, but I got very lucky in the recent banner with the fact that I got basically 4 SSRs and 2 multis. It was very, very nice, and now my count is looking somewhat decent. But before I got, you know, Fagolion on my first multi, before I got Fana on my first multi, and before I even got Yami, I spent around 20 multis to try and get Yami. And at that point, if you watch my summons, all I got basically was skill pages, and that's not that good, right? I mean, skill pages are definitely a big part of the game, and to be fair, you want to get a few of them. But when it comes to obviously just getting RNG and being unlucky, you could say, if you just get a bunch of skill pages, then, you know, you don't have any SSRs to put them skill pages on, it's gonna be very, very bad. But I do feel like that might only be for the start of the game. Once you get more SSRs increase, you just get a bit more lucky, and you get more currencies to summon other banners and, you know, pick the other characters. You will start to get a more influx of SSRs, and like I said, I was kind of experiencing that. I didn't really have anyone to level up until I picked Yami, and until I got quite lucky with obviously Fagolion and also Fana. So right now I'm sorted, right? I'm kind of good. But obviously, it being a gacha game, you can get very unlucky and not pull any SSR, and you could, if you do pull SSRs, you may only just pull the skill pages, and at that point you're gonna be kind of shafted. But once again, I think after a few weeks you may even out a little bit, and then once again it's all RNG, right? Okay, let's talk about dupes. Now, dupes is kind of a big part of the game. Nothing outrageous so far, right? If you look, for example, right now, the way the dupe system works in the game, when you get a character to 2-6, so you pulled, you know, you pulled a character 3 times, basically. Once with the guarantee, and then you pull 2 more times afterwards, you can then unlock their passive, and each character has a passive, and some of them are pretty good. You can see right now, if we look at, obviously, the one I've actually unlocked, which is Lotus. When you attack someone, there's a 25% chance you can apply a debuff, which you could reach their attack power 10%. And I think this is quite generous, because you get the passive to unlock at 2-6, but the passive then upgrades a little bit to where it's 35% chance to apply it, and you also apply a 12% debuff, right, rather than 10. So the passives you unlock early on, they just upgrade when you get to 5 dupes. Also as well, you do get more stats for the character, more CC, so it definitely goes a long way. But as you can see, you get most of the CC bonus from 2-6 and also 5-6. So it's I will say quite generously you should get the passive. If you just got the passive at 6-6, then yeah, it'd be kind of rough, right? But I do like that they at least give you the passive quite early on, and this is for every character. But if you look at the buffs right now granted this can get a bit outrageous later on, they're not too crazy. Like, they're not game-breaking buffs, right, where you're gonna make the character super OP. Now obviously it's gonna be beneficial to get more stats and just to get a little passive over your opponent, but you can still go against someone who has like 4 awakens and then still have a chance to win as long as your team's better and your gear's better. But as you can see right now, we do get universal SSR dupes that you can spend to give them 1 extra star, which generally is going to make the game so much better. And the fact that we got it on launch and not something like for the 1st year anniversary is quite nice. I mean, right now you get 1 by doing some challenges. I think you can get like another one somewhere else too, and you can also buy 2 in the shop by farming an event for the next few weeks. So I mean, right now they are limited, and I'm sure they're going to make it pay to win, or like, you know, you can spend money in shops to buy them. But honestly, this is very, very nice. I mean, once again, Sekre, my favorite character. I mean, I only have to pull the character once, and if I just save enough actual universal SSR shards, I can just then get her 6-6 or 5-6, you know, fully max her out just by putting the character once. And the rate, by the way, I didn't really talk about the rates. The rates are 1%, which is, I mean, genuinely not that bad. I mean, I got very lucky with Yami summons, but on the beta, I got very, very lucky and pulled almost every SSR with like 20 multis. It was kind of unreal. And even now, I got Fana and also for Goldie, and I got quite lucky, got her quite early on. As you can see, I've already gotten her and I've only done 1 multi, basically. So 1% rates for a new character is generally quite nice. You may end up pulling her quite early, but also as a gacha, so you may not pull her all, like what happened to Yami, for example. But overall, with a 4% rate, it's, it can be bad, but it's generally not a bad start. I think, once again, it could increase later on, but to start with 4%, 1% rate for a new character is generally quite nice. My only problem is the fact that they're doing solo banners, and if they are doing 2 a week, or maybe slowing down later on, but still, 2 characters every week on 2 different banners is a bit ridiculous if you want to try and get everyone. But once again, if you're free to play, you're not expecting to get everyone. But like I said, at least they go into the general SSR. So, for example, like I said already, I skipped obviously for Goleon, and I pulled him next banner. So it's good and bad, but I think the positives do outweigh the negative a little bit. Alright, so when it comes to your dailies, you do get 1 free ticket a day. So after 10 days, you get 1 multi, which is I mean, quite nice. Plus you are getting some obviously black crystals, which add towards getting another summon, of course. So days are very, very good. I also believe right now too, if you do actually max out the actual you know, towns, you can actually get 1 free SSR dupe plus like 500 free gems. So once again, there's a few ways to get SSRs in this game, a few ways to get SSR dupes, and a lot of ways to get obviously black crystals, but that is the only start of the game. We did see right now the only bad thing I think that's come up with the new update is with chapter 4, they actually nerfed the income of black crystals that you actually did get. So for example, if you got if you opened up to world 3, world 2, or even world 1, if you did a patrol stage, for example, you got a chance to get 10 tickets if you did finish all the patrol missions and you got them all maxed out, which are quite hard to do, so you're not expected to do it straight away. But as you can see, you're only going to get 3 tickets rather than 10. The black crystals still here, so it's kind of fine, but they've essentially nerfed the actual, you know, tickets you can get. And also I believe right now as well, just by doing the story missions, you are now not getting any of the actual black crystals you were getting before. So you can see right now for chapter 1, for example, you're getting like 80 per mission, basically. You get like a lot of black crystals. With a chapter 4, you're getting almost none, right? You're just getting the XP quests and obviously the awakened one. So hopefully that's only for chapter 4. Hopefully they do start to add more ways to get black crystals later on, because obviously when you start the game, sure, there's a ton of crystals, but afterwards when it kind of levels out and you don't have that much stuff, then it can get a bit tricky. But at least there are some decent rewards through the actual like Tower Trials, basically, and also PP as well. And for the looks of it, they're just giving a lot of crystals every day. Once again, could just be for the actual start of the game. But yeah, boys, I think that's basically it. I think now that I know what they're planning to do with future banners and the way these go to the SSR fillers when they do leave, I'm going to be a bit more smart on my global account if I really do not want a character and I don't want to summon. But yeah, lads, that is basically it. Let me know your experience if you are free to play. Like I said, until I got lucky and got, you know, some actual SSRs that I won't get in on the other banners, it starts to feel kind of nice now. Once again, I can get like an SSR dupe guaranteed, so I'll probably end up using that for obviously, probably Yami, because I got 1 more dupe of him, so I get his actual 2-star awakening and get his passive be unlocked as well. So once again, I think the game is still quite generous. I mean, that's only for the start of the game, so maybe I will change out. But the foundation you have with the fact that SSRs leave and in return on the next banner, the fact that we can get actual SSR dupes for free, you can get actual universal SSR shards to level up characters too, the fact that you get the awakening on 2-star, it's all comes together and makes the game sort of free to play. And I think if you are planning to play the game full free to play like how I am, then you definitely can do. And I think if you know what they were planning to do when it comes to global, with the fact that SSRs leave and in return the next banner, then you can definitely make some smart decisions, because I probably wouldn't have summoned for Yami if I knew he's going to return. Or would I? I don't know. But boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.